aside. Make sure there's nothing you can condemn. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's his favourite beverage. Let's move these tins of encryption out the way. Everything else looks good. One scribe. One clansman in the house. It's an impromptu cast. Quite tired. I've been in servitude today. It's been very warm, 25 degrees on average, and too warm to be doing shit that I've been doing. I just got a recommendation up from our friends at Anonymous Official, and 2.5 million scribes there on that channel, and they presented, as in the thumbnail is taken for reference, video of April 2019, Anonymous Official. It's happening all around the world. It's a mixture of events in there, but I'd just like you to take this video and share it. It's something simple, something effective, but what I want to outline before I give you the remedy for the Candida auris that's resilient to all mix, before we give you the remedy regarding elements and scientific approaches, intelligent approaches that will work, and I can't say the word cure, but we deal with remedy, cure, maintenance. That's our speciality. Luckily for the realm and the family and the clansmen, as we call the family there, extended ones across the pond in New York, the York Rite. We've told you about York and what that township has to offer and what it consists of, but don't let me get sidetracked. I want this short and sweet. Anonymous Official, that's a joke, isn't it? You're official. Where's your face? Who are you? Anybody, any government agent could sit there in an office and put out news stories and sit there anonymously all day long. I could have done that. I could have come out and made a pseudo name, an alter ego, and chosen not to name my real self, and put the trust out there and used imagery and CGI and been anonymous. But that doesn't give you any validity. That doesn't give you any trust. So you must understand that when we go out there and when we put our name and our hearts and soul basically into things, and put ourselves in an element of risk, and harassment will entail that. These lovely extended family members of ours that have got our best interest at heart are producing videos to scare man, and to these 2.5 million scribes that they've got, and how many 100,000 views they get every hour. Where's the remedy, Anonymous? This is what I said to you, Anonymous, putting your videos out to everybody, a bit like can't pay, we'll take it away, the sheriffs are coming, 8:30 on a Sunday night of an evening. What? We don't stand for this. Doesn't scare us with your empire and your, the ways that it's put out there. So Anonymous, you piss me off, and I don't know who you are. A bit like the man who invented the Bitcoin technology. I digress. This is an important fungal infection, allegedly a serious outbreak, we're led to believe, and no cure, and very, very contagious. So fuck you, Anonymous. Sorry if I insult you and your sensitivity with the language, but we've got far past. Please see this channel and our presentations. Our patience is running thin and is in short supply. So for those that are worried with regards to fungal infection, lucky for you, hydrogen doctor, law masters, and self-initiates under the creator have a remedy to propose to you. I have whatever this is, I call it psoriasis, which is a skin infection that's particularly annoying but not really a big deal, but it was somewhat up here, and it was a big pain. It's somewhat now in almost nearly gone. If you look at the channel, you will see the historical record of me treating this. I basically cut the end off a generic Android phone charger, and I got some silver in some distilled water, and I again have put the video out there for you, and I decided to try the colloidal silver water remedy. Now, for those of you that don't know Brother Bob Becks, we have the luxury of finding a video on YouTube about colloidal silver water, its properties, and its functionality. It's an element. It is not a drug, and it's not a substance. So while these medical experts and professionals, with their billions of research and enterprise, with their government institutes and secret, technology and whatever, after all of these years, in the year of our Lord 2019, man cannot kill a simple fungal infection with all of that as its outlay. Give me strength, please give me strength. I'm not normal. I don't normally present like this, but I'm at the end of my tether. So we needless to say, man in his kitchen with a bit of water and some silver and an old phone charger is looking like the remedy and maintenance and cure for psoriasis that I've had for a great many years. I'll say 25. Is going into recession. Maintenance, remedy and cure. That is a joy for me to actually say that it's happening. It's taken over a year, to be fair, but to say I've had it 25, I'm not really fussed. So, Brother Josh X has also confirmed and outlined, you will see on the chats previous to this, that for all fungal infections can be cured by a simple white powder and some good quality, not like this one, I won't advertise the brand, but filtered, bottled and mineralised water. Now, there are two of these white powders. One of them will poison you slightly because it contains an element which is called aluminium. Aluminium is in the baking soda. Do not use that. Bicarbonate of soda will alkaline your body, and research how quickly and how cheaply you can get bicarb of soda, and you take it with water and check out what alkalining your body does to a fungal or a fungicidal infection. I'm not a doctor, I have no qualifications, I am in no way or any means by any chance high measure with what's happening, giving any kind of medical advice, but out of love and the desperation for some kind of sanity in all of this media, let me go, paparazzi, in this sea of rats, right? Anonymous, you are in the sea of rats. You are the papa, like the Papa de Seas, the Francis de Assisi and the Bull Papilla, yeah? The paparazzi. Now let me split that phonetically down for everybody that's new to the phonics and the realm of which we're in. Anonymous. Show me your face. Let's have a chat. We'll go mano a mano. We'll go channel a channel, whatever it takes. But the sea of rats is rife, and it's kicking out too much in the way of distraction and horror stories and these things where we've been told, like, if you haven't ever seen a man called Bruce Lipton and the Divine Matrix, Greg Braden, these guys, others, Sadhguru, simplicity in elements, not drugs. And the way that we harmonise, we vibrate, and we share information. So it pains me to come on randomly, hyped up when I'm quite tired. But the sea of rats is what we're in. The paparazzi, the paper sea of rats, newspapers. That's where the photos go that the paparazzis take. I'd love to break all copyright laws now out of protest and play Lady Gaga, paparazzi, and utilise that, but that won't be happening, or the channel will be shut down. So for those of you that are in fear in the future now, or have family that may be stateside across the pond, and you're worried, Able Danger subscribers and fans, please pass this to them. Download if audio, video, make a transcript of it, pass the information along. We have colloidal silver water readily available. That isn't going to alkaline your body. That will, as Brother Bob Bex put it, and as I'm finding out through my own due diligence, research and discovery of this, which is first-hand knowledge, I will bring to you, 650,000 known pathogens to man, including, but not limited to, the common cold it will kill. So, Anonymous, you failed to deliver that bit. Never mind, to be continued. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we need to be controlled. We need to be non-angry and not repeat some of the actions I do. No way, by no means perfect, but these avenues of so-called, it's just entertainment. It's fear-mongering. It's brain manipulation. It's lower vibrationary. I've just watched it. I'm tired. I should be going to bed. And here I am, babbling in Babylon about various political and health risks here. Simplicity. You would argue that during what we call education in the indoctrination camps known as the school, your science teacher would have prepped you, would they not, and said, whilst we're here, before we start blowing things up and that, let's just put on some kind of armour for you. And these are the basic periodic table of elements, and we go through, and you got the elements there, and you go through them. You've got your aptitude, and they were likely able to tell you mixing them. Alchemic, you see, this is why it's not given to us, because the simple remedies for all of you in all of our lives are through simple ways, not through billions and billions of investment, through organic or non-natural ways, such as chemo and radiotherapy. Carcinogenic treatments that are only effective 3% of 5% of the time. So therefore, one would argue if somebody made a product and it was only successful 3, 5, 7% of the time, that product wouldn't be made because it would be non-viable. The shareholders, the dividends, the profit, the capital gains, everything like that would plummet. So why do we have these archaic Stone Age technologies? And yet, suddenly we're legalizing cannabis, are we? And we're looking at cannabis oils, and we're looking at other holistic, herbalistic remedies. Unbelievable. So, anybody can make colloidal silver water. It is to be ingested. There is a danger of it turning blue. I have watched it turn blue in a pint glass in my garden in strong sunlight. Bearing in mind, I have been externally treating myself with the same silver water that's roughly about 12 to 18 parts per million, depending on the time that I leave it for. I haven't gone blue. I've ingested it. I've sprayed it in my eyes. I'm using it to treat some kind of, we'll call it steel toe cap, man foot boot syndrome, yeah, which all men across the world and working sisters, bosh, yes, you will have too. So that's, all kinds of pathogens. If you don't know what a pathogen is and you don't know what a fungicide is, then there's your first 2 port of calls. And then when it's 650,000 and it kills them all, amazing. Do you know what I mean? Even dirty water. If you watch the 2-hour presentation by Brother Bob, if it hasn't been deleted off YouTube, you will find out all of this. You need to make your own decision. I'm only giving you my own experience and what Josh, Brother Smithy and others have brought to you, discovered, are using in our own lives and are finding it is working and makes sense. So I'm sorry to be hyper. If I have offended you with the language there, then I don't really think that I should apologise, but I will if there is anybody, in the miners and stuff. I'm not normally so, like this, but of late I'm quite short-tempered, and I am happy, I am positive. I'd like to think most of the time I'm balanced, but these stories, these news, north, east, west and south stories that they're bringing to us, and the outlets that they're bringing them to us on. Here's another one for you. With the copyright and everything like that, and the Article 13 and the infringements and everything, to all of the governments and international bodies of management of, I am going to put this to you. The copyright infringement of the public internet is been brought into the news and has been made a big hoo-ha of, because corpses are getting damages and the royalties and licenses aren't being quite we'll say legally obtained, and so they're losing money. They're hemorrhaging like a slit cow's neck, done at some kind of ritualistic. Sorry to be so graphic here, but this is a graphic subject, because what I'm about to outline to you all is that there are 3 internets. We'll start with the internet, bearing in mind this is a censorship article, legal copyright thing, what we've talked about with Sun and Moon recently. It's relevant to remedy and cure here as well, and to do with the restriction and why I can't and we can't, you can't go out under the Cancer Act and certain other things and go out and proclaim cures when we know full well that there are quite a lot of strong arguments for remedy and maintenance in that area now. So the internet, its levels, there are three. The internet, as we all know it, the public one, the commercial, accessible internet. Then there is the dark web, and then there is the deep web. There are various browsers that you can use to get onto these internet sites, and there are various networks that you can use. There are proxy networks and Tor networks and onion networks and certain other ways of interfacing yourself on them. And I'm not an IT genius, and I haven't studied this. This is just stuff that's chit chat around the realm. So whilst we're all dying, you know, for good health, dying for good treatment with these trustees that are failing miserably with all this technology around them, they're also policing the public internet, and they're making a big deal of it like it's some major crime of the century, when the crimes against man far outweigh any kind of little civil infraction that might happen upon a corpse by a living man, the king of the realm. So the three internets, one of them is public, two are dodgy. Then two, you can get drugs, hitmen, serial killers, pizza type gate scenarios on them. Things happen on there that get established, that are untraceable, that can't be destroyed, that can't be deleted. It's so, I don't fully understand it, but governments all around the world, all international government bodies, the internet was created within my lifetime. It's gone from a telephone and a man in the army, of, I believe in England, getting two computers to talk, to everything that's gone off at this moment right now. And yet the two other internets, they're the ones that need looking at. They're the ones that if they manage to get access to, where the Bitcoin was, that's another dodgy thing. Not only do we not know who invented Bitcoin, and we haven't got a face, much like the anonymous crew there, but yeah, it's very anonymous, and you know, you can't get anything you know, traced back, and there's no reference to, and you know, it's very dark and seedy, and it shouldn't be allowed to be happening. So why aren't you doing out about that? If people can be disappeared, you know, Bitcoin was launched through this type of dark, dirty, seedy, nasty, sadistic drug dealing. All the postal you know, systems around the world are delivering drugs now to an end user through a post box. So by proxy, you've all become drug dealers. So it's in your interest. The mail systems, I daren't say any names, but imagine that. Mans are sat there doing what they want on an internet that can't be traced. Your transaction can't be traced. Your IP can't be traced. The place can't be traced. It can't be deleted. Yes, these are all things that are going off right now. But people are copying music, everyone. Oh no, they're not getting their money and royalties. Do you see what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's kind of a random update with the sea of rats in the paper format. Well, we're here to fight them. We're here for a reason. I can't go to sleep unless I unload and download it. If I wait till tomorrow, it'll come out wrong. There'll be no passion, and it won't get the message across. So here we are at the hour of 11 p.m. I've done a bank holiday Monday shift, and yeah, I'm quite tired. We'll say hello to the scribes, and what your comments are. I'm quite interested. When you don't know about it, it's all fair game. When you know about it, that's when you got to make a decision. A bit like these constructed trusts. They're all very well and good when you're ignorant to them. Once you're aware of them, everything changes. I'm kind of calm down and breathe. If I didn't love you, I won't get angry. If I didn't care, I won't get angry. That's the point. So, I know you say, oh, is this and that and the other, but I have to just give it you how it is now, because cutting around and glossing around and, as they say, pussyfooting around, the time is off. It's done. I watch for fun, just to run. Thank you, Albert Shabba. Cod silver but no direction, so I just spray in mouth. You can administer under the tongue and spray it, yes, orally under there, let it dissolve, a bit like a heart treatment and so forth. They say, don't they, spray it there for the reasons of the ingestion getting through to the body. Different types of silver and colloidal silver water. Do your research with your outlets and your merchant traders there, and your manufacturers and the country of origin. A lot has to be done. I did my fair amount. Those that are using 27 volts and thereabouts to get it in a short time. Those that use let me think, a catalyst in their water, such as salt, and weird things like that. There's so much variables. Mass production is generally water and silver. It should be a golden orange colour. I experimented quite a bit when I first did mine, and then I found the man that went blue in America. I looked at a lot of videos. You can drink it. Ask Kevin, he takes a bit of it, to be fair. He drinks it orally and treats himself. I take it. There was a guy at the first conference that we had called Robert, and bless him, he said we saved his life. He had a foot infection from a cat scratch for a year, septicemia, swollen foot, fever. He said he was on death's door. He came in a coat, didn't take it off, and sat round in a coat, in the hot weather, shivering, and looked a crimson colour. So you could tell he weren't well. We gave him a couple of bottles of our silver waters that we've got, and he messaged about 2 weeks later saying he was a new man. He bought some more. He was looking at making it. So each to their own. It's not some miracle fix for. Nobody's proclaiming that. It's much like everything. It's your interpretation. It's very interesting. Never doubt yourself. No. Don't doubt ourselves. We just wonder when it's gonna hit the fan. Irish Gale Force 81. Well, Indy just came in like a Gale Force there. My Irish sister. Thank you, new scribe, and I hope you stay. It's not always this turbulent. Pirates in the house with FPV. It never happened. Hello. I take silver, hydrosol, and oil of oregano. Oil of oregano. That's another element. It's not so much a drug, is it? See, you have the the control and the Substance and Control Misuse Act. Substance and Drugs Control Misuse Act. So substance and drugs. Substances and drugs, and then you have elements like on the periodic table. You have alchemy, you have the placebo effect, you have what's the one that Sadhguru said, why he puts water in a copper cup, because it changes the molecular structure. It doesn't change the God Lord properties like the minerals or the proteins or anything like that. When you put water into something else, quite simply by changing the vessel, the vasilica, the thing that holds it, and that's what changes the property, argumentatively by electrolysis, magnets, something like that, the vibration that the copper gives off. So oregano, and we'll leave that for another show, but well said, Stephanie. That is an antibiotic that is very, very strong. It is actually worth mentioning, actually, with regards to if you have, you would need to research that. The point of this was Candida is now allegedly breaking out as a USA incorporated epidemic and scare. So if those that may need this information can share it, and just say that the alkalinity is the key to fight fungicides. So we see infections and so forth. So lemons and the alkalinity. If you've got a fatty, milky, cheesy, sugary diet, then I'd change that straight away. I'm not advising you anything, but I'd look at going to vegetables, fruit, water, lemon, and certain other oregano, ginger, honey, the list goes on. But if you want to get strong and if you're ill, you'll do anything, won't you? So if you have lost faith in the drugs and the drugs don't work, they just make you, no, I'll see your face again. Maybe you'll be a new scribe. But yeah, share the information. Thank you. Much love to you all. Yeah, you need to look about it before anybody takes any colloidal silver water. Look and have a chat. Email david@spospro.com. we will make a video. But you see, it's all based on trust. If you haven't done it yourself and you're reading from a publication or you're watching a video or it's a second-hand, third-party source, as we've brought to you, that would be based on an element of trust. If you do not have the first-hand knowledge, then that's why we have the licensed and authorised institutions and the governmental departments that we've become to learn and trust, that now treat us for these diseases that there is no cure for, no resistance, all the drugs are failing. It's a circle of, brown stuff. For that, I apologise. But yeah, the silver ingestion, I found a little charge from it. G-Star's had a little bit of it, and we've sprayed it in the back of the throat, on the feet, externally on the skin. So, that will be gone in another few months. It's like around the edges where them white spots are is actually the Candida now. It was all Candida on all of those. Say it looks like a butterfly, a monarch butterfly. There's like a figure of 8 shape there, and the two main circles that are joined together. Those white dots, I know it's unpleasant, rather infection, and not cod liver oil, coconut oil that's organic, and silver water I use as a mix, and I put the same after a shower on my feet, silver water and organic coconut oil, and rub it together so it forms a bond and sticks in, and then put my socks straight on to treat athlete's foot, which is basically a form of a fungicidal infection. So anything fungicidal can be killed with. You don't have to think about silver water. Take this out of the equation and just look at the alkalinity, 0 and 11, 5.5 being pH balance, and then going up to the scale of 7. Your body doesn't need to be at an alkalinity of 11 for a prolonged period of time. There is a key thing to applying this technology. You will end up getting maybe a little bit damaged somewhere if you keep too alkaline for too long. Your body is looking to regulate itself. So what we are going to look to inform is that you can, by external introduction of organic compounds very cheaply, alter your body's alkalinity. That would be through alkaline foods and sources. Be careful, as I've said, the bicarbonate of soda, not baking, and lemons, and that would do. Stop eating sugar, changing your diet, drinking more water, and that's for your consideration. It's all for consideration. It's not instruction or advice or medical advice. So it just frustrates me. You've got to do your own research, and we'll club it together. I can only tell you what I know and what I've got evidence of, and what I trust Bob Beck, because it's his machine that everybody's coined. So I'd research him and publications and quotations and articles and references based on that and from that, same as what we're doing, and then apply it yourself. But we can tell you we've drank it, we've used it, it hasn't made us blue. It's been on the skin, it's been inside us, kidneys, liver, heart. I've had an eye test last year in Hungary, and he said 20/20 vision, so I sprayed it in my eye. Why did I spray it in my eye? Because when I was in the garden, the things we share. When I was in the garden, I was checking out some weeds, and I got a bit carried away and had gone far down, and I'd gone near Anne-Marie's sacred, lovely area of, pansies and such things, and I bent down to get some weeds, and that stick that props up the plant, I didn't see it, and it went straight on the white bit on there, the stick. But luckily, stop pointing, luckily it wasn't sharded. Like sometimes they're just plastic sticks that are hollow, and they have that like cut at an angle. I dread to think what would have happened, because when I did that, I actually just, because you're just doing it, I didn't blink, I felt it, and your eye has no real like a fingertip feeling, but I felt the pressure push, my eyeball pushed into my socket. I was like, whoa, and I stood straight up, loads of red, loads of tears, gritting my eye from the end of it, and then sprayed silver water, tret it. There you go. Stories that we have. I was very scared at the time. Very, very scared. So yeah, don't be scared in the sea of paper rats and the paparazzi and what they put out there, anonymous, without their masks. Who are you? What do your faces look like? Who do you stand for? Who funds you? The trust, the charity. It attacks pathogens on a molecular level. That's it. It's biomolecular sciences, of which we're in now. I'm not qualified. I'm not authorised, but we do, you know, overstand the simple primitive sciences of which our forefathers, you know, understood much more than what we do now. And they lived in caves. What? Pyramids, middle fires, turmeric powder. This is you're very knowledgeable. Right, thank you for the comments. They will come in handy for anybody that shares it and comes back later. They're going to get a wealth of information here, aren't they? Look at this, a proper herbalist in the name of Stephanie of the clan Drake. The answer is in your own garden. The weeds, dandelion, wild lettuce, parsley, coriander, mustard. The information is widely available. Grow your own medicines. Now we're going to go Hippocrates, Greek man, are we not? The city, the landmass that's been bailed out by the International Monetary Fund, the home of you know, such things as Olympics and you know, Sparta, and now reduced to a debt slave. The gods will be furious with what we've let happen. Going on, sorry, digressed. Hippocrates, let me get this right. When quoting on Tube, let food be your medicine and medicine be your food. Now, what does that mean? Translate. That was not just to you, sister there, that's the little herbalist that I forgot your name of, that said all of that. Good Lord, there's loads. Bless you. Scribes. This is it. You're scribing right now. Look at you all scribing your per script ions. Per script, script, scribe. Per is each. So per script. Ions, that's us. Atoms, ions, atom. Enter Shivai. Help me, I need sleep. Please don't share this video. Just make a transcript. It's too embarrassing and we've gone on too long. Man's gone on too long. Pathogens on a molecular level. I love this shit. You lot are the best. Jesus Jones, I put it into mash and nice. I did put 2 tablespoons in and dried out the potato. I'm getting hungry. Time, alright, thank you with washing all that lemon as well. I have seen that sovereign silver on YouTube as well, and we have got a sovereign colloidal silver for donation on a bit of molecular changing there. And speaking molecularly, we have got a product to bring out to you that Josh is involved with an amazing kick-ass. I can't believe it. Similar to Tesla technology in a product that will benefit you. I'm sworn to secrecy, but. It's coming soon. Dandelion, can you eat them? No, because you eat the bed. What are you doing here? You dandelion is alchemy. You can do stuff with dandelion, such as boil and burn and extract. And then when you've boiled and burnt and put the ashes back in and mixed it all together, it's a way of purification and changing the elemental. That's what I mean. What? So just from dandelion, can you eat them? You can do more than eat them, but yeah. Christina, well done. Lisa. That's it. Well, that's a good bit of information. I ended up with, not the bit with, sorry, I ended up with systemic candida, take that away, and stopped eating all sugars, yeasty stuff, and white starches, rice, and white potatoes. So, simple, and that's what echoing now, thinking back when Josh, Kevin and Andy was on, that's what Josh did say. You can actually get rid of it and eradicate it 100%. Apple cider vinegar, I did forget that one. Stephanie, not one sister. Honey, turmeric, pepper, ginger. That was a part of the hemp family. I always did think that leaf looks a bit too, you know, jaggedy to be not. Of course it is. Of course it is. Ionized water has a pH of 9 plus. Oh, nice one, Alan. Neutralised sting and add to soup. Yes, FPV. Lot of iron, lot of minerals, a lot of good in them. Just make sure you don't get the ones from the park with the dog wee on. Pick a nice spot. Always take, when you're doing nettles, just try, if you've got a massive patch, just try and take the top 4 to 6 leaves. They're the most freshest, and ones like picking the tips. Remember that advert? They only use the tips. Well, just pick that. That's what I mean. Picking the top 4 of the top of the plant, and then ones for any plant really, not, you know, that you're picking, that you want to get what's the word, herbs from. Who's that, Jonesy? FPV. There we go, Shivite. Big up. That's on. God, it's taking me long to go through here. Thank you for the comments. Vibration. You see why it's important that all is a tum, and that Santos and others are going on about that, is the language is a vibration, and we communicate via vibration, and everything is in vibration. The principles, the 7 hermetic principles, they blew my mind with the information. Again, you see, such concise, ethereal information that most man doesn't know of. It's quite embarrassing, you know. The thickest civilization ever, and we think we're the best. So yeah, thank you all. Kind of lifted me up a bit. Mother in it. And yeah, speaking of mother, you can do that with colloidal silver. If you're making your own and you want to have a faster electrolysis, you know, ion reaction there through the electrolysis, what you do is you pour some silver water that you've already got, you know, before you exhaust your existing supply, and you're going to set up making some. Or even it'd be worth just getting some off a friend or something and just replenishing it when you've made yours. So find somebody that's got some silver water. This come from a scriber that I forget who, but I was like, like the mother in the cider vinegar. So because you've mentioned that, I'll re-mention that for those that are about to look through my channel and see. It's got a thumbnail of a nice little sign for water, I do believe, not the traditional sign for water, but a Japanese sign for water, black and white, and it's called colloidal silver water. There are various and many ways to do it, like the remedies in your existing life there. They don't tell you away, we just put the where we ask. We are official, you know, but we're not hiding, and you know whom we are, and we are held accountable to our actions and deeds. That'll do. Thank you. Much love, everyone. It's time for bed. Definitely.